all, welcome to ShareTreck, and it's 16th of December. Boy, what a day it was. I thought I'll make a special header for today, banging my head on the wall. So it's terrible. I hope the pain stops soon. Let's just take a quick look at the VIX. I have decided that we will henceforth start looking at VXN, which is closely tied to NASDAQ, which is where most of our CRISPR shares are listed. So as you can see, this support for the VIX has been as strong as it was a resistance. So we are still above that support, and if I try to zoom in, right, you'll see the latest candle bar is here, and each candle bar is a 1 hour candle bar. So it's getting support from the 50-day EMA and the 100-day EMA. I mean, this is as bad as it can get. I think that even though there was a relief rally after the Fed speech, some clarity on tightening and interest rate, but still we have got the Omicron going on, and that needs to be solved. It's at the core of all our problems, the supply chain, everything. So having said that, let us have a quick look at our shares. It's around 3:24 p.m. So in another half an hour, the market is going to close. And hopefully at the end of the market, if there is some kind of a relief rally, I would take it anytime. I don't see any reason why that should happen, but you never know. Okay, so let's look at this. Beam is the biggest loser today, 6.25%. Editas lost 6.45, Intelia lost 6.02, Teladoc is down 5.69, ArcG is down 4.36, Regeneron down 3.86, CRISPR is down 2.68%, Blue minus 0.95. Only Vertex is in the positive. It's the mirror image of what it was yesterday. Yesterday, I think Vertex was in the, yesterday Regeneron was in the negative. Okay, let's have a look at CRISPR, because we had a support line for CRISPR. Let us see if it has fallen below the support line. No, not yet. So this is a support line which is similar to what we have for the VIX. So this line was a resistance for CRISPR for the longest time. As you can see here, it was a resistance for CRISPR for the longest time. So it's a very, very strong support now, and hopefully it manages to stay that way. So we are still also supported by the 11-day EMA, and the 50-day EMA is the kind of resistance that we have in front of us. So even though we have dropped 2.8% on CRISPR, the vitals are still looking good. The MACD is crossed over to the signal line. The RSI is also below neutral, so there is a lot of way for it to go up. So I'm reasonably comfortable with the situation of CRISPR. Now let's look at Beam. So when we look at Beam, our MACD is bullish, and I don't know. Actually, I should stop predicting anything, because to be honest, it's very, very difficult to read the tea leaves, especially because there is so much of volatility, and I really don't know what is moving this market other than those factors I mentioned at the start. So I'm not going to make an attempt. But what I would like to focus on rather is what I would do at this point of time. And the answer is absolutely nothing. No more investing, no more dollar cost averaging. I'm just going to sit and watch what happens until I have 2 consecutive days of upward movement. I'm not even going to think about buying anything or selling anything. And I think that we are kind of experiencing a dead cat bounce, which means that one day you'll go up and the next day you come down, and so on. So we need to find some kind of a pattern that we can identify, and based on that we would know at least what to expect. So let us look at the indices again, and let us look at IXIC, which is a proxy for NASDAQ. Okay, and I'm going to zoom out to a 1-year view, and then we'll come back again. So if we look at this, NASDAQ has broken down a long-term support. This green line which is down here, it has broken down a long-term support. So there could be more fall, and let us try to plot the next resistance line that we next support line that we can see. And let's go here. This could be the next support, and I am looking at 14959.38 as the next support, which has been tested here and here, and we are on a daily candle. So this seems to me to be a reasonable support, and I'm going to convert this one into a resistance because we have fallen below it, and let us see what happens there. Now if I look at VIX again just before closing, let us see. So VIX is still quite high, and it's only being restricted by the 11-day EMA right now. So for S&P it seems slightly better than it is looking for NASDAQ, because in NASDAQ it's no longer constrained by the 11-day EMA. So it's possible that money is moving from NASDAQ into S&P, or it is possible that S&P is not selling off as badly as NASDAQ. So either one of the ways you can look at it, but all our CRISPR shares are in NASDAQ, so VXN is more relevant to us. So this is what we have here. And let's see where the money is moving to. This is the heat map, and those of you who want to check it out on your own at home, it's at finviz.com. So if you Google it, you can get it. So if you look at the heat map, it's not really bad for everyone. There are some sectors which were beaten up earlier, and they are doing much better today. And especially in the healthcare side, if you look at all the traditional healthcare guys, they're all doing very well. J&J, Eli Lilly, PFE, and all that. Whereas our biotechnology side is really red, because there is more risk on kind of a situation. And here, if you look at the financials, Visa, for example, it was really badly beaten up, and it's come back again. PayPal, but it hasn't got a respite. But mostly banks are all getting stronger because of the interest rate clarity that we got. Regional banks are also doing pretty well. Insurance is doing well. Capital markets is doing well. Parts of information technology are doing well. However, the infotech shares which are high multiples like Microsoft, Apple, these are all in the red. And if you look at Tesla, it is minus 4.18. So it's yeah, it's kind of some kind of a churning. But if I personally have some Visa, and I know that I'm still on red with Visa, even though it has gone up. Out here I have Citi, and even though it has gone up by 1.66, it is still in the red. So these are all shares which have been badly beaten up in the first place. So my feeling is that I should watch out and see if the dead cat bounce is happening sectionally, like one day financials goes up while others go down, and the next day financials goes down and the others go up. We need to we need to check whether that is something which is happening. Let us look at consumer defensive. So consumer defensive is in good shape overall, except for Walmart, Costco, and Target. And I would think that with Omicron, these are all face-to-face venues. So probably they are going to have extra overheads and extra constraints. Maybe that could be the reason why. And however, that does not explain what happened to Amazon, because Amazon is all all e-commerce. So we'll try to make sense of it. We should keep on trying, looking at all the information, and something or the other will click and we'll get an idea of what's happening. So that's about it with the heat map we have here. And that's about all I have for today. Honestly, I don't want to waste your time with dribble about stuff that I don't know. I'm also trying to figure this out. If you have any comments about what your theory about the market, please put it down in the comments, and I'd be more than happy to read it and respond to it. And please like, share, and subscribe. Hold on to your patience and willpower. Don't do anything rash. Just stay the course, and we'll see what happens, because these times, as I mentioned earlier, don't last forever, but when they last, it seems like it is forever. So just Just stay strong. That's about it. Take care. Bye.